shit like cardio. I'm a district in the chain. Certify, you know I'm gang. Drop the top and blow.
Hey guys, I'm back with another video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, make sure you turn on your bells, and I hope you enjoy this video. So as you can see now is I'm just feeding in the hair. I didn't show when I pick up the hair because I had all my BB naps showing. So I'm just picking up the hair and adding in and braiding it. If you know how to braid on the scalp, this should be an easy process for you. So once I done feed in about 4 or 5 and I done get the size that I'm looking for, I don't feed in no more. I just keep braiding. I start feeding in towards when I get around that little curve because it started getting skinny. The hair starts to get skinny right there, so I do go ahead and add in some more few pieces. I didn't show you, but coming up in the video, I'm going to show you how to part the end of the braid, because when you're doing lemonade braids, you don't just part straight. You have to cut off, basically, like you cutting off the hair to make that little downward. So when you braid like kind of downwards. But I'm going to show you up in the video. I really can't explain what I'm doing, but yeah. You kind of going, basically, I'm going down. And you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about in the video because I paused it and I'm showing you exactly what I did. Okay, this one I'm talking about right there. Make sure you're going like downwards because you don't want your braids to be clustered or packed up because that's not cute. You want everything to lay flat after you finish your client hair. So you have to do that. I say about from right there to all the way up by her eyebrow, I think. I'm really not sure. It depends on how big your client head, but you have to create that slant part or your braids will be packed up in the front. You won't have no more room for any more braids in the front. And when you're doing lemonade braids, when I first did it, I did had pack somebody braids up in the front and I had to kind of push it in and sew it and sew it. So basically when you're braiding and you're trying something new, you're going to learn something new every time. You're going to know what not to do next time. So it's okay if you do have your braids packed up in the front, you know next time and you know what to do next time. But this is the part right here. I'm showing you that I'm slanting with my comb. I'm taking that hair away. Instead of going straight across, I kind of bend it a little bit so the braids can fall down. Yeah. Okay, this is the part right here where I did slow it down for y'all to see exactly what I'm doing. And I'm using the Shine and Jam and a little bit of edge control. And make sure you're putting your jam on both sides. Like, there's no way I can braid with dry hair. No way. I have to have a good bit of jam. And if you are a beginner braider, do not put that much jam because it's very slippery. You have to get used to it. And I did about 5 braids like this because it depends on how your client want their hair to fall in the front. If they want it in front of their face, like right there in front of their first eye, I hope nobody want that. But if they want it like right there between their nose or whatnot, you will do about 3 to 5 braids just like that. But if they want it to not fall in their face at all, you probably would do about 7 to 8 braids on that side. But I did 5 because she wanted to fall in her face a little bit. And every time I feed in, every time I get to my right side, I feed in hair. And I'm gripping the hair to make sure I have everything inside that braid. And it's okay if you mess up a braid. Your client wouldn't, like, if somebody doing my hair and they got to take a braid out, do it back over, that's fine with me. Because obviously you done see that you mess up. So take it out, do it back over how many times? Your client rather for you to do that braid 1,000 times than to walk out your shop or your house unsatisfied. So as you braiding, and I've been braiding for 2 years now, and still when I'm braiding, I still look up to see what I done did so far because you can always mess up. It doesn't matter how long you've been braiding, you always can mess up. So I do keep looking to see, is that braid right? Do I got it down pat? Yeah. Okay, now when you come to the front, make sure, it depends what style they want in the front, but make sure you kind of curving it a little bit. Just curve it for that first braid, because if you curve it too much, your braids are going to be packed up. So I did kind of like slant it for the first one, but as you can see, when I continue to do the second and the third one, I kind of like slant it and then I kind of curve it in to the other one. So that's what I mean right there, how I have the part slant and I kind of curve it into the other braid, because you don't want your braids to be spaced out. Nobody wants spaced out braids. So you try to make each braid close as possible. So now I done did about 4 or 5 braids at the front, and now I'm coming back to the back, which creates that design. You know, it depends on what kind of design your client want, but I did kind of freestyle right here because all she did was tell me that how she had want her sides, which is the first 5 braids I did. But you know, so I did kind of freestyle, which I always do freestyle because, you know, I just being creative. So I did freestyle on this one. And a special part is about to come up to show you another way for your braids not to be packed up. Keep watching. Okay, this part right there. I'm creating this part for her braids not to be packed up. And I do about 3 braids, single braids right there. Since her edges are very, very thin right there, I'm going to do knotless instead of the block braids. I'm going to create knotless because knotless, you don't have that much tension on that side. So I'm just creating 3 braids, and it don't pull. So I asked her, is it pulling? So I'm asking her, like, you know, is that braid fine? Yes, okay. And I did 3 braids right there. And that's another way for your client edges not to come out, because when you braiding all that, I don't like lemonade braids, because braiding all that to the side, it's just everything pulling to one side. So I don't like to do lemonade braids, but if you want them, I do it. But that's another way for your hair not to come out, because your edges are very thin right there. So when you braiding it to the side and whoever doing your hair is gripping it, it's pulling. So I like to create like 3 braids right there, 3 or 5 braids. It depends on how much hair you have right there. Now we are almost done. As you can see, it look like 2 more braids can fit right there, but we about to make 3 fit right there. 3, not 2. So the key to fit 3 right there is when you get to the bottom of that braid, when you about to finish the braid off, make sure it's skinny. Basically, do not add no more hair, because if you make that braid big, no more not gonna fit right there. So I'm making that braid skinny as possible at the bottom, but then I'm kind of like evening it back up. Yeah, and make sure that your client braids are not 100% because no braids are going to be 100% the same size. But make sure your client braids are about 95% the same size. Nobody wants to rub through their hair and they feeling small, medium, and big braids. So make sure if your braids are going small at the end, make sure that you are adding more pieces to even it back up. Because when she rub through her hair, she should feel the same size braids. And we're going to last braid. And you see how I made that fit? Perfectly. I made it fit just perfect. Okay, so she wanted this ombre look. So I did extended her hair with the brown. And if you don't know how to add in pieces at the end of your braids, a video will be coming soon. Another video will be coming soon. I think it'll probably be knotless. It depends. And as you can see, it's so pretty. I'm just touching up her edges. She is, I don't know if she's still natural because her hair was straight. And this is my favorite part, the mousse. My favorite. Voila, 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 voila. So I do go in with some freeze spray. Why? I guess because the freeze spray will like freeze her hair up. So basically her braids won't get frizz up fast. It has the finished look. Thanks for watching, guys. Feel free to comment some more styles you want me to do in the comment section below.